Welcome back to the Tempo Storm Hearthstone Meta Snapshot breakdown for the week of August 22nd, 2016. The deck at the top of the tier list this week is Aggro Shaman. Its ability to beat out both aggro and control decks is astounding, and the Tunnel Trog Totem Golem opener is one of the best in the game. One of the newest innovations for this deck is the inclusion of Maelstrom Portal to improve its zoo matchup. The 1-mana minion spawned by the portal can be buffed by Abusive Sergeant and Rockbiter weapon, providing extra utility. For the first time since the Grand Tournament, the Murloc Paladin archetype has begun to regain popularity. While the deck list isn't refined yet, it's a strong pick for tournament play simply because of its matchup against certain control decks. Ivory Knight has also been an incredible addition for this archetype, as the healing given by the card as well as the chance to pick up a third Anything Can Happen gives the archetype flexibility as well as reach. What's interesting is that Dragon Warrior has fallen to third after 3 snapshots at number 1. The decks that have taken the lead have begun to include Karazhan cards. Shaman has adopted Maelstrom Portal, and Druid has included 2 Arcane Giants. Are those 2 cards enough to dislodge Dragon Warrior from its throne, or are players simply losing interest in the deck? It will be interesting to see if Dragon Warrior adopts any cards from Karazhan, but the fact that Dragon Warrior has changed no cards and is still tier 1 says something about the raw power of this deck. If you're looking to counter the popular decks this week, try playing Zoo. While it has an unfavored matchup against Dragon Warrior, it has stellar matchups against Aggro Shaman and Token Druid. You're also more likely to see Hunter on the ladder, and Zoo has a positive win rate against the mid-range and hybrid archetypes. Tempo Storm's favorite deck of the week is Murloc Paladin. Before Whispers of the Old Gods, there weren't many decks that sacrificed minion quality earlier on to fuel their win condition. Murloc Paladin is a creative archetype that had a flash of popularity, and it brings a smile to our face to see it played once again with the help of Karazhan. Check out the Go For Hearthstone Nordic Cup in a few days. It's sure to bring some exciting deck types, since players will have some time to refine their decks with the new cards. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's Meta Snapshot breakdown. We'll see you next week. Overstatted minions and created a deck that revolves around insane swings, all while controlling the early game with efficient removal. The end result of this deck list was the creation of a handlock